Hello, my friends. Happy Tuesday. I am back. I pretty much was gone the entire time from the last time we went live to today. So I'm just getting back into the flow. And actually, I'm using something that's on my desk today because it was still on my desk. So, I'm hoping you guys had a good week. We had a great time up in New Hampshire for the last few days to celebrate Nate's 50th, so that was fun. He doesn't think it was too fun, but it's good to be back. We went for a little chilly walk this morning, and Shelby was super excited to have her humans back home, so we are back in the swing of things. Welcome in to our Tuesday Throwdown. If you're new here, my name is Jen Buck. I'm with Craft What Matters and a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and I'm super excited to share crafty things with you every Tuesday at 2 p.m. Eastern. And today I'm going to do a little scrapbooking, I think, for you. So that's not always the case, but today I'm playing with some new product that just call out for scrapbooking. So if you're a scrapbooker, I'm glad you're here. If you're not, maybe you'll want to just watch and see if it's something maybe you want to add to your arsenal. But we've got some fun things to share with you today. So let me go ahead and flip this around so we can get started. I'm using some new goodies from the January through April mini catalog. I've had a couple of you say that you didn't get this catalog. I did send them out via Stampin' Up, but you did have to request them. So if you did not request them, then you can just send me an email and I will get one out to you as soon as I can. I think I have a small supply of them here, but I'll have to get some more too. So this one is good through January through April. There's also some brand new product in the online exclusives area of the website too, so if you want to check that out, you can. But today we're going to be looking at the Square Snippets 12 by 12 paper and the Joyful Squares bundle. I actually played with this for my friend Suling's. Hang on one second, I'm just going to grab the dog really quick. She's at the door. Come on, get in. So, she's going to scratch my door if I don't let her in. I did this over the weekend for my friend Suling's virtual weekend. So I did a little demo. I'll show you what I made with that. And if you watched, hi Susan, you may have seen the beginning of this page, but here we go. This is a page using these products. I think they pair perfectly together. They're not a suite or a collection or anything, but they just go really nicely together. And I'll share it with you in a second, but this is my first page of 2026, so I'm a little behind in my 100 layouts in 2026 challenge. If you were part of my website Wonderland Week, you probably got this tracker. If not, it will be part of the page prep rally, which is happening next weekend, which you can still join us for, and I'll share a little bit more about that in a little bit. All right, so let me show you this paper. So this paper is called Squared Up. I believe that was the name of it, right? All Squared Up. What was it? Square Snippets. Sorry. And it's 4 pieces of each of these papers. So you get one pattern that has the 4x4 squares, and then 2 patterns that have the 3x3, and then you get 4 of each. And then the back sides are just great little, like, basic sort of background elements. So some good for journaling, some just good for like a generic background. So I already cut up 2 of these pieces so that I could have all these little 3x3 squares. So I've got those all ready to go. And then I'm going to actually cut up this piece too for this layout. Oh, you know what I didn't do is I didn't grab a base color. So I'm going to have to run over there and grab one. But I'm going to cut these up here. So these are 4x4. So I'm going to just kind of snip those right here on the lines of each square. So we've got 1, so we get 9 of these, 2, 3, and we'll do these here, This paper is just so fun. And I mean, of course, you can use it for for card making as well. These would make great little elements on a scrapbook page. You could turn them into cute little tags for like birthday tags, something like that. So lots of fun ways to use this paper. Again, it's called Squared Up. It's 12 by 12 paper, and it has multiples of the same design. So you actually get 4 of each sheet instead of 2. Usually it's 2 each of 6 designs. This one is 4 each of 3 designs. But it's really, really good for our scrappers. Hello, ladies. Thanks so much for joining me. We are playing with the Squared Up pattern paper, which is new in the January through April mini catalog. We're going to make a little scrapbook page, I think. So let me grab, quickly, hang on one second, I got to grab a piece of paper. That's not, oh, I gotta get some more white paper. Let's see. Here, we'll use Pool Party again. I think that's Pool Party. I'm going to use the light side. So for this one, I think I'm going to try and use like 3 of the big ones and then 1 little one. So my thought is I just want to feature this photo. So this is actually Nate's dad's 80th birthday party. We had a little party for breakfast brunch kind of thing a couple years ago now. He's actually 83, I believe, or will be this year. So I don't know, these squares might be a little too big because they're about the same size as this. So I could trim off the white and use that as one of the layers. This is kind of a small photo, so it might be better to do, I don't know, maybe do bigger photos, I think. So let me see. I might end up changing the idea for what I'm going to do for the photo because I think that one's going to be too small. Because my thought was I was going to use 3 of these bigger ones across the middle here. So I want to use, maybe I want something bold for the middle, so like maybe something like this. And you could kind of space them out and do right across the middle like that. And then maybe use some of these little ones. Hello, hello. Welcome in, my friends. Thanks so much for watching. And then we're going to use maybe, you don't want to do too many crazy patterns. So, and I could even use like the backs on some of these, but let's see. I think there's a little pink polka dot. This one will work too. Maybe up there. I'm going to just try and do, this one's cute. Oh, actually this is really cute too. That goes really well with that. This one's cute too, but maybe the yellow. That's a good bold one. The pink is cute. Maybe. Or maybe I want to do, maybe I'll do this, right? So we'll swap these. And then I have that to kind of coordinate with that. And then we've got this little blue one, which kind of coordinates with that. There's yellow. That's cute too. It kind of adds a pop. Let's see what else I got. Lots of options. Oh, green, red. That kind of goes with it. Let's stick with these. So I'm thinking maybe we do like this, okay? And then I don't want it to be too crazy. This doesn't really go without this one. So maybe we pull in that pink one instead. Although I don't love that. It looks like accounting paper. Let's see. What else? I could use the back side. It's a little softer. And actually, where's the bigger ones? We could cut one of these down too. And actually there's two different patterns here. There's this one too. I don't know, maybe we don't need 3 rows of it too. So my thought was to kind of do these in the middle and then these kind of underneath like that. And then these would be under, just kind of cattywampus, as they say. So you've got those, right? And then we could do some, I think, like originally I was going to use this one, but I feel like this photo is too small. I mean, I could mat it again, actually. Maybe on some peacock or something. Or brown even, because he's got a lot of brown going on. So let's try that. Maybe we'll make it a bigger piece. And I don't know, maybe I want it to be more linear. Do I want it to be more linear? Maybe. This is why I don't scrapbook on demand for Tuesday Throwdown, because I do a lot of talking to myself, my friends. It's a lot harder to do these on the fly. But what they say, right? The more we do it, the easier it gets. So I'm going to kind of make these more linear, I think. Like that. And then the photo can be on an angle. Let me grab some Highly Espresso. Let's mat this in the brown, because I feel like the brown will be good for this layout, and it kind of coordinates with the photo. So the photo is 4 by 4, I believe. Yep, 4 by 4. So let's do 4.5 by 4.5, and we'll see what that looks like. And we can always cut it down again to 4.25 if we want. I'm just trying to give the photo a little more substance because it's just little compared to the squares. There we go. All right, so now we can kind of do that. That kind of makes it stand out a little bit more. There we go. All right, I think I like it better with the linear squares for sure. And I think I'll pop this up. And then I think it's just a matter of kind of raising this up with maybe some embellishments or something. So let's go ahead and kind of commit to what we've done. I'm going to go ahead and sort of add some, I'm going to add these squares and the bottom squares first, because I'm going to kind of tuck them under. So I'm going to just kind of eyeball these. I'm going to tuck them under the bigger squares. So we'll just attach those. And then I'm going to do this one just so I can kind of get the distance the same. Okay. Sorry, my chair is super squeaky. I need to get a new chair. Alright, so then I'm going to do, I'm just going to kind of position this one a little bit so I can kind of see where that needs to be. That looks pretty good. Then we'll do this one. Alright. We'll do some stripes, and we'll add that, making them spaced out as evenly as I can. This might be a little further over on this side, but it's fine. All right, and then we'll add these up here. Yeah, that would probably help, Susan. Should have Nate come up here and fix my chair. Because she is very squeaky. Alright, so now I'm going to just kind of tuck this one under here. Right about there. Looks good. Okay. And then we'll line these other ones up here. And then we can start the process of finishing this off. Alright, so that looks good. And this is why I like the liquid glue for this, because it allows me to kind of move it a little bit if I get stuck. If it's not quite where I want it to be, we can adjust for at least a few minutes anyway. Alright, then we got that. So now we can add these on top, and I'm gonna only keep them, I think I'm gonna keep like just a tiny border on the edge here, and we'll put that one in the middle. So let's go ahead and attach these. Oh my goodness, the dog fur and cat fur is crazy. When I came home, the door to my craft room was open, which means the cat was probably on the table. She's not usually allowed on my craft table because she gets hair everywhere. I don't know if it's just a cat thing or if it's just my cat, but she seems to shed a ton. I mean, the dog does too, but I don't know. The cat seems so much worse. So I find her fur everywhere and it drives me nuts. So I try to keep them out of the craft room as much as I can, but as I say that, the dog is in her bed to the left of me, sleeping. Because this is the warmest room in the house right now. We have our heat still really low. I think the fireplace is on downstairs, but so I have my little space heater on, and so she likes being up here, and I don't think those are even, but you won't really notice, I don't think. I'll just kind of fudge it. Alright, so yeah, the chair is very squeaky. I'm sorry. I'm trying to stay still as much as I can. It's tricky. But yes, it is very annoying. So we'll have to get that fixed. Alright, so I'm going to just kind of layer this one on top. And then that's kind of our base. So the 3 big squares in the middle. And then layered with a few little ones, right? And then I have this as going to be the featured photo. And I think I'm going to kind of put it on an angle. So I'm going to go ahead and add this here. A little mat, just let that be a little more substance. Okay, so we've got this. Alright. So if you need help kind of getting scrapbook pages done, I am hosting my very first page prep rally next week, which will actually be about, I think it's 4 hours, and we're going to work together to create some pre-made kits that you can kind of just pull out and make a page when you have a free minute. So that's kind of the goal of those, and it's going to be really, really fun. So I'm super excited about that. I'm still working on some of the extras you get as part of that, but I'll show you a sample page kit at the end here. All of my dimensionals are downstairs, I think. So let me see what I have over here. All right. Oh goodness. I've got some minis, so we'll use those. Okay. Actually, here we can use the edges because this is a big area. I don't want to sit there and put 522 minis on here. So we'll just add, whoops, I got some extras with that one. I'll do this and that and one in the middle. I'm not really ready to attach, so I'm going to do that. And I'm thinking, because I'm going to pair it with this here, so I'm thinking I might use this little guy here to kind of help make a little bit of a tab at the top here, and that will help add some substance maybe over here. I don't know, we'll see. What color should I do? Maybe the Secret Sea? I think that will be good. I'm going to use that Secret Sea color. Let me just grab a scrap piece and we'll run that through my die cutting machine here. Give me 1 second. Alright. See? Okay, so now I have that. So that can kind of tuck in here. And I should have tucked it under the photo. There we go. Like that. Maybe white would have been better. That might have stood off a little better. Let's see. Do we want white? Let's try white. Okay, sorry. I don't want to talk when I'm down there because you can't really hear me very well. I should really be using my new microphone. My husband got me a microphone for Christmas, and it plugs into the phone, and it's supposed to follow me instead of the phone, so that should make it better. I'll have to, I think I said that last week too. I think I'll have to remember to set that up. All right, so I'm gonna put, before I attach that, where's my, oh, here it is. I'm gonna use my journaling pen to do Bob's 80th brunch. I kind of squished those together, but that's fine. And this was 3 years ago. What is that? What is it? Year is it? 26, right? So that was 23. So I'll add that somewhere too. But I like that. And then I feel like we need to add something else. Let's see. Those dies. What have I got here? Got some cute little like stamps that I could use. Or it would have been cute to kind of stamp some of those too. Oh, I got a little date thing. We'll definitely do that. That's cute. I think there's also some cute dies here. We could make a little frame. Let's put this back here. And these are really cute. The little photo corners that you can make. That's fun too. I don't know. I didn't think much past this part, you guys. I think we need a little bit of texture. So let me grab, I have some espresso twine, so let's grab that first. And one of the things I like to do is wrap a little twine around the picture itself before you attach it. So let's do this. I'm gonna attach it and then we'll move it so it doesn't cover the card. See the fancy card I made? It was a really fancy one. So I don't want to cover that up. That was a lot of work. It was like a tri-fold or quadruple fold. Like, I don't even know what you call that one. I don't remember where I saw it, but somebody had made one similar right around that time frame, and I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna do that with a beach theme because they love the beach too. That's Nate's dad, so it was a little loose, but I tied it in a knot already, so we're kind of stuck with it. I can always use a glue dot to kind of put it where I want it. So we're gonna just do this. Okay. All right. It is very loose. I'm going to move it down a little bit. We're going to grab a glue dot to position that where I want it. Thanks for joining me, Susan. It's going to be fun. I'm hoping it'll be very productive for all of us so we can get some great progress in 2026 for all those albums. All right. And then we're going to just put that down like that. Okay. It's a little loose, but it's fine. I'll do that. And then I'll trim up these. Okay. So now we've got that. Let me grab my ephemera. Hang on one second. I have these little containers from, this is from Scrapbook.com, and they're the little trays, and they kind of keep everything sort of all together here. So I'm gonna see if I have a good little, oh, the happy birthday might work. This is a good color. Or it just says birthday. It's a little, it's not exactly the color I would want. So let's see what else. Oh, I got, oh, this is a good one. How about this? That's a good one. That's perfect. So I'm going to use that. Celebrate. And then, let's see if there's anything else in here. Could celebrate today, but I think I just want celebrate. I wish there was like a U. That would be good. And then we've got some, let me move these here. These ephemera packs are really great for my scrappy friends because they just give you lots of, today is about you, that's a good one. And it's the right color, so that's good. They just give you some really easy ways to kind of build clusters and have some titles and things like that. I think I'm going to leave it at that. I'm not going to go hunting for too long because I don't want to keep you guys waiting for too long. You've got some cute little tags here. I don't know if there's anything I need to use on this. Greens. This one's pool party. That's kind of cute with the yellow. That could work. Just kind of pulling stuff that might be good. Kind of coordinates. Alright, so there's some tags, and then I did see like little anchor. That's kind of cute. Sort of the color I want, not necessarily. They have some cakes and stuff too, though. Pink. This one's cute. It's got the blue and the yellow. Little cupcake. And I've got a cat with a hat. What else? A dog with a hat. He's more of a cat guy. He's got a cute little cat named Shelly. Alright, I think I'm going to stick with those for now. Like I said, I don't want to spend too long hunting. Oh, that's good. I just love having these little ephemera things to pull from when you want some quick options. Those are all flowers. I don't think there's really anything in here that will work. And that's just sentiments. Okay, let's use these and see where we can get with that. This little heart might be cute too. I think this is our best option, this one here. Okay, I'm gonna stick that over there. We're gonna do, I'm thinking maybe we'll do kind of this and maybe this across the middle. And then I can put the date in there, right? And then we can put celebrate. You should be able to still fit the date on that. And then pop this up. Today is about you. And maybe the little banner here. And cupcake over here maybe. Like that. And I think I have a couple of these, so we could use, let's find another one. See if I can get 3 of them. Oh, I got a little blue one too. Oh, look, I got a cute little candle too. It's a big candle for that cupcake though. There's another heart. There's another blue heart. I kind of wanted the yellow ones. They stand out a little better. Ah, there we go. There's a couple of yellows. Okay, perfect. Perfect, perfect. All right, I think we're in the right direction here. Oh, I have another cupcake too if I want to add a little extra. Like that. And then we can do That's kind of like an orangey yellow and a yellow. But I think it works, or we could use the blue. Maybe we'll put one over here too. But I like kind of where that's going. So let's kind of start to put this together here. Yes, these are a Stampin' Up! Product. So I'm not sure if all of these are still available, but if you search on the demonstrator or on the Stampin' Up! Website, just search ephemera. They should all come up, and they are awesome when you're looking just for some quick little items to add to your layout. So, completed 10 pages. That's amazing. You are doing fabulous. Me, not so much. So I think I'm going to do this about there. But I'm going to catch up when I make all my page kits. And then I've got a couple of crops that I'm going to later this year, well, later this spring, that I'll be able to kind of pull out my kits and make some pages. All right, so I'm actually thinking maybe we put this over that and we pop that up, and then we can tuck these guys under here like that, and then we'll put the celebrate on there. So yeah, I think I'm going to attach this first so we know where we're going with this. I think we had some other pictures from this day. I just don't know where they are. So maybe I could add like a small group picture somewhere here or on the bottom here. So I'll leave a little space there for that. Okay, we got that. Whoops. And let's go ahead. I should have actually, what would have been cute is to kind of attach that into the string, but I didn't do that, so it's all good. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and add some dimensionals to the back of this to pop this up. I'm gonna add several just so it's not saggy, and then I'll just add some liquid glue to the end here so it will kind of tape down to the picture, which is popped up already. All right. And I forget the name of this particular set of ephemera, but this was one of my favorites. I'll add it to the description once I'm done here, if I can find it. I think it's still available. Okay. Yeah, I really wish I had put that through there, and I think I tied a knot, so I can't. But that would be cute. I could tie another one there, but that would be silly. We're gonna do celebrate on here anyway, so we'll just make it so that covers that. So let me just attach that here. And quick tip, because I almost did it, don't put glue on your element on top of your layout, because it's a great way to end up with glue all over the place, and then your layout is sticky. Come on, there we go. And you really don't need a lot. Like, I'm barely putting any on here because you don't want it to be super messy. Of course, I probably should have some sort of grid sheet or something under here, because I just missed a little bit when I was putting glue on here, which means now when I put my layout on top of it, it could, in theory, get stuck to that little glue spot. But I didn't put a lot, so we'll be fine. Yay, I'm glad you guys were happy about scrapbooking ideas. I'm way behind on getting to my 100 pages this year, so I need to start doing more scrapping. And I've been organizing some photos, so that's been helping too. Because I think that's half the problem, right? We don't know what we have, so it's hard to actually do pages because you're afraid you're going to do a page and then find more photos later and be like, oh, how do I put that together? Like this one, right? So there's very good chance that I may find some additional photos, but the only other photos I really want to add to this is maybe like the group shot, and I feel like I could stick that down here or maybe up the top there. So I'm going to leave kind of a little space for that just in case. And then I think that's the end of this story. Like, sometimes we feel like we got to scrapbook every single picture, right? but you really don't. Like, you just need a couple a lot of times to tell the story. So I'm going to add these guys. This color's worked perfectly, so that's awesome. There we go. And I might pop up the hearts, I think. We'll put these flat. All right. Oh, good. I'm glad you got, I know I'm still working on my virtual album retreat pages. I'm hoping to finish those up too. I was going to take them actually up to New Hampshire with me, but there was just a lot of like different ink pads, and I was trying to pack lightly. I did not succeed, but that was my goal. It doesn't always work though. I kind of have a space right here, so I'm going to try and cover that because I don't love that. I'm going to try and cover that with this little heart. But yeah, so I got that to work on, and of course we have the virtual card class retreat this weekend, which I'm excited about too. Not going to help me with my scrapbooking, but I'm excited about the techniques because I feel like we'll be able to kind of transfer those to card making and scrapbooking. So, and I was supposed to do it last year, but hopefully this spring we will be doing a scrapbook themed virtual retreat. So stay tuned for that because I've got that on the plan too. I've just got so many things going on that I need to get one thing done at a time. I was going to post my list today, but I was afraid that would scare all of you because it scares all of me. All right, so we've got that. Did I want to stick this in somewhere? It's kind of making it uneven. I feel like I should have, or maybe actually it would be cute over here. I think I'm going to do it. I'm going to do that. I'm going to put it on the side, and maybe I'll find one more small blue one to stick over there too, because I like to have uneven amounts of embellishments. So right now this would make 4, so I'm going to do another small one, which will make 5, and that's just kind of a design principle. It is supposedly more pleasing to your eye to have odd numbers of embellishments, so we're going to just do that. So let me just see if I can find a quick little blue heart. Well, I found another yellow one and a baby orangey color. I could use that, but I'm pretty sure I had a blue one too. What color is this one? Green. Well, that's a new color. I don't care what size it is, to be honest. I just want it to be blue. Here we go. I got one. It's a little darker blue, but that's fine. I actually could stick the candle maybe in here too. That would be cute, right? Maybe I'll do that. That's cute. I like it. See? Sometimes the brain actually starts to fire. Alright, so we're going to stick this kind of in here. Like that. It was too big for our cupcakes, but I think it looks cute there. And then we'll just stick this one on. Yeah, they are a lot of prep, but they are fun. Like, I love doing the Happy Mail. It's a lot of stress sometimes, the Happy Mail, but it is really fun to put together. And I love spending the weekend with you guys. That's always the best part. I think I am going to do a little bit. I actually have this little piece here. I just want to tie a little knot here with this, just so it's not an empty circle. And I don't think I actually ever taped this down, but it's pretty stuck under the photo, so I'm not worried about it. So we'll do that. Yep, so we will add some journaling for sure. Like I said, I'm going to kind of leave it blank at the moment because I'm going to look back on my phone and see if I have any group shots to add to this. That's the only photo that I'd really like to have, is to have, because it was like Nate's whole family. We all came together. So I'd like to be able to put a photo like maybe down here or maybe up here. And then when I do that, then I can add my journaling. But like Linda said, a great way to add the journaling is actually just to take white strips, and like I could add them here, or it would be really cute here on the, you know, just single strips. So I would write out my journaling, cut them in strips, and then pop them up here, or it could be up here. It just depends on where I put that other photo. And I'm going to wait because I don't know if the photo is horizontal or vertical, or if I even have one. So I just want to look for that, and then I can kind of fill in the hole and then add some journaling. And I might even actually add like maybe some numbers or something here to just kind of cluster that a little bit more. But you get the idea. So there's kind of the page, and if you didn't see it before, if you came in late, I had done a page previously with this same paper. It's called squared, what is it called? Square Snippets. And so it's the 4x4 sheet and 2 3x3 sheets, and then you can cut them apart and you have all these little squares. Some super cute little layout ideas, right? And this one they used the back side for the background, and then they added some of the squares on top and then the stamped elements and fussy cut some of the flowers, which I did on this one. But this is a great layout for, like, I'm going to use this at the beginning of Shelby's album, maybe. It's just a good, like, highlights one or a good, like, update one, something like that. So there's that. And then this one is more just kind of focusing on the layout itself, but using the squares. And you know what actually would be really cute, too, is maybe to add some little stitching, like hand-drawn stitching on some of these down here. That would have been cute, too. Or to, like, rough up the edges. If I wanted to add a little more texture, that would have been cute, too. Woulda, coulda, shoulda, right? But we'll add in some extra elements here with the extra photo, if I can find it. And then I'll probably add some bling to this Moody Palette Glassy Dots. These are new in the mini catalog, too. And these will work great. So I'll add some of these to the layout as well. And we'll have layout number 2 for me. Look at me go. And actually, you know, my 100-page layout, it's just 2 pages or 2 layouts a week, so I should be able to catch up if I kind of do a little scrapbooking over the weekend and whatnot. So thank you so much for joining me. I hope you guys liked this little scrapbook session. I need to do more of that, and I hope you guys have a great week. I will be back next week, and actually I did promise to show you some of the sample page kits. So next week for the page prep rally, if you want to join us, we're going to be making like little page kits to be able to kind of throw together a page like this really fast. So let me just show you a couple that I've put together, and maybe next week I will actually use one of these page kits to put a page together just to show you how they work. But basically next week on the 31st for my page kit prep rally, we're going to be going ahead and creating these little kits so that when you have a crop or if you have a few minutes to scrap, you can just grab one of these kits and you'll have everything you need to kind of put together a page. You'll probably have more than what you need. So I kind of go a little over what I think I'll need and rather than under. So here I have 2 base pages. So this is for a double page spread. And then I have a couple of pattern papers. And I tend to work symmetrically. So I tend to do 2 of each pattern. So this is kind of what I'm thinking will be like maybe the background of my pages. So I have 1 for each page. And then I had a couple of the colorful ones because I wanted to add some colorful paper to this one, and I thought maybe I might want to fussy cut some of those eggs, so I put that in there as well. I have some coordinating cardstock to go along with the pages, and I actually have way more than I probably need, but I was again kind of overestimating, and I might use some of these cardstocks on the other layout too. And then I have my pictures here. I have the date, which was 2011, cut out from 2 different colors, the Balmy Blue and the crumb cake, and I also have Easter spelled out from my die cuts with Easter. Some string, and I paired it with some ephemera that kind of matched and coordinated. Again, I probably won't use all of it, but it all works together so I can put the page together. And then I have a sketch to put in it too. And so part of Page Prep Rally, this is not one that I created, but part of Page Prep Rally next week will include some sketches. We'll have a checklist for you to go through. We'll have a page planner worksheet. So we're going to have all sorts of extra little things for you in your page kit preparation so that you'll be able to kind of repeat the process whenever you need some new page kits. So it's not only going to, you know, kind of be productive because we're going to actually give you the time to put this stuff together. So you want to make sure you're in front of your stash so you can actually put things together as we go. But it will also give you the process to do it moving forward too, if you would like to. The event will be recorded, so if you can't catch it live, you can always catch the replay. So like I said, it's all on my website if you want to check it out. I'll put the link in the description too. It's the Page Kit Prep Rally on January 31st. I think it's from 2 to 6. So we're going to get a lot of work done. So see, here's another one. It's got the photos, the paper, the sketch, and some ephemera and stuff that I think will work really well. And like maybe next week or sometime before the event, I'll actually do a video showing you how to use this page kit now that you have it prepped together, in case you don't already know. All right, so that is what I have for you today. If you have any questions, as always, feel free to reach out. Otherwise, I will see you again next week, same time, same place. Thanks for joining me. Have a great week. Bye for now.